Hello guys, I'm back. Yeah, I know we are doing a lot of sessions today, but we will be getting a Smriti Ashra. She is a teacher, she is a writer. She has been in the literary field for a very long time. So we will be starting the session as soon as Smriti ma'am joins us, and then we will be forward going ahead with it. Hi Smriti, can you send me a request to join the live so that I can take you in? Hi Smriti,
Hi Hemant, how are you?
I am perfect. How are you? It's been a very long time since we have spoken nicely.
Yes, yes, exactly. I know. How long it has been like?
Almost 3 years, I think.
It,
Almost
it is almost
two,
like I took
2.5
a
years.
break. I took a
Yeah,
break for this.
a very long time. So, how have you been? Like, you have been in the literary field for a very long time, obviously. So, where
Yeah.
have you been for so long?
Actually, that's a very good question. I was lost in some destination unknown, strange to myself. Okay, I'm being a bit
Okay.
poetic right now, but okay. So I was actually working on myself only, like, exploring
Okay.
other sides of myself on my career and like what exactly I need, want from life, because there is one phase which comes in everyone's life where you like what to do and what are we doing with ourselves.
True.
So
True.
I
So,
think
can
that
you give a
was more of
small introduction about yourself to all our listeners and future listeners?
yes, sure. Actually, you gave a warm welcome to me, so thank you for that. And as you all know, my name is Smriti Ashra, and I am currently teaching. And not only that, I have previously worked with. I mean, the tenure is over, so I don't work with them anymore. The Inlingua International School of Languages. So where I was an English language trainer. Besides that, I have many published work in. One was the phonetics publication also. Not only once, I think twice or thrice I've worked with
Yeah.
phonetics. Yeah, one was, I think, one to two was compile projects, and the
The
other was
first one
my.
was like you were the one with whom we started the journey of phonetics publication.
I think
We
yes,
had
I
12
was.
anthologies in November and we started in January. So you were the first batch,
You know,
something like that.
I can never forget that because somehow this, this. I think this was more like a stepping stone that it
Yeah,
actually me a start to what I want to do, I think. So
true, true,
fulfilling
true.
my dreams like that. So it was very coordinated work and I really like the team efforts, I must say. This is for everyone. You all need to listen to this, guys, that I really appreciate their efforts and how they do work and everything. It was excellent. My
So
journey with
you
them is
have been in that language field, you were doing research also, if I'm correct. So what kind
yes,
of,
yeah.
means like what kind of research were you doing?
Okay, so I presented one paper on the innovative teaching, how you teach a language in an innovative way,
Yeah,
especially English.
I will take
So,
some sessions from you.
okay, someday we'll have a discussion over coffee,
Yeah,
definitely. Of course, pandemic, so we can do it live.
yeah,
So,
after that maybe.
I don't mind though. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, as I was saying, it was more of how you teach. Like, there are different ways. What are the different pedagogies that one can take while initiating a language learning in a classroom? And also to the ones who are just babies, like they're very basics. They even don't even know
yeah,
the vocab, certain things. So,
yeah.
that's how it's about. Yeah. So I
Oh, that's a
presented
very
that
nice thing
because,
actually.
yeah.
So you are an educator right now. You are teaching English, I think, and
Yeah.
you have been a compiler. You are doing blogging. You are in a lot of different fields, and you have your own academics also, if I'm right.
Hmm.
So how do you
Yes.
manage all these things? That is the biggest question I have with everybody actually, because I don't think I have done so much in my age. So when people say like I'm doing this, I am like, how are you doing that?
Okay, so when you have to manage things, but it's of course, I mean, there's one thing that you have to make a to-do list of what you want to do as your main or the disciplines, and the other as the elective or the secondary things which you can put up as a part of maybe that you won't indulge so much into, just like for your stress buster things like that. So I think that's how it usually is, right? So I think that's how I manage. Like, what are my compulsory things? I'll do it, and then other things are divided amongst the days. Like, okay, I want to do this today. I want to do that today. So it depends and shifts.
So we already have a list of all your achievements that when you fill the form. Can you tell about a few of the achievements so that our viewers can also understand why we chose to award you and recognize you?
Yeah. So it's quite interesting. As I said in my video also that was posted, that the quality matters, the weight of what you have achieved so far, it matters. Everything matters in a way. Like,
Yes.
of course there's something that's how you're awarded, so that fair dealing is something. So kudos to your team that you have done that. Okay, so keeping my achievements in mind as
Actually, the
such, it's
requirements
like,
are not just that. We also have to see in what manner they have described the achievement. There are people who send a tabular format. I've done this. So
yeah, it's true.
we can't feel that achievement, right? If they are just sending us a list. We don't want the
Hmm.
list, or we don't want the list of the awards that you have won. We want to know
Right.
what you think is your achievement. Sometimes when people ask me what is my achievement, I started this company, this is my achievement. I won awards because of it, it is not my achievement. These are just
Hmm.
some recognitions I got because of my achievement. Right?
Right.
So when people are not able to differentiate between these two things, then I don't feel like awarding them. That's a personal biasness, you can say, or something like that. But I feel that sometimes. That is why I don't judge.
Of course, I mean, judging is always not so good. Technically, under the cover, we judge, but we are like, everyone is like that, no, though.
No, no, I don't
But the
judge literally. All the selections are made by someone else. I don't make the selections.
but thank God, because some only handful of people are actually left in this world who actually apply this in their life. I think more of the people are
Yeah,
like sweet on the face and harsh on the back. So backstabbing kind of people. So you
I don't think.
mostly find them around. Yeah,
No, we have to,
it's true.
when we talk about awards, everything has to be genuine. And
Hmm.
yes, you were telling about the achievements.
Yeah. So I was saying that, besides that, my paper presentation that I've done, so that was also one of the highlight, because I researched, I took interviews of people.
True.
So I believe I have read that, and the achievements that I am post graduated now, and in the post graduation also I have done many activities. Like, it was not just book, it was not about literature, it was beyond literatures. So I think that could also be one of the contribution to what I think I deserve this. And also, speaking skills, and the one which you actually mentioned, that was expressing yourself. So I think
Yes.
how you express yourself, how you carry yourself, your personality, and everything as a whole, in a whole package, matters a lot. So I believe that also has led to me winning over someone who hasn't. So yeah, that's what I believe.
So it is actually required. See, when we go for interviews and all, right, when we go for an HR interview or something, then people are like, there are people competing who have 5 degrees, 6 degrees with them. And there's a person who
Hmm.
comes in with no degree whatsoever and he takes the job. And the people who
Yeah.
have the degree, they don't get it. What's the reason behind that is communication, how you are presenting yourself, how you are able to communicate with the person without seeing their faces. Like when you are filling a
Right.
form, you don't see someone, right? But you have to communicate through words. You have to make them understand why you deserve it. So that is very much
Right.
required whenever you are going for any kinds of award, whenever you are going for any kinds of recognition. I feel personally that it is very much required. So I wanted to ask you, like being in the literary field for a very long time, you have seen all the ups and downs. Like within the past 5 to 6 years, there have been a lot of changes in literary field. Uh,
Hmm.
Starting with content writing to creative writing to all the other kinds of writing fields, like you can say copywriting and everything. There have been a lot of changes. What do you think, like what these changes are, and how did these changes affect the entire industry?
Okay. So I think, of course there is an evaluation, evaluation of everything evolve with time, everything evolve with the technology, like as you say.
True.
So I think content writing has also evolved in a way, and I think it will go far, I think it will go beyond that, I believe. Because after coming into technologies, and if you even say in field of teaching per se, you know uh, you have various aspects of writing, like you can uh, like you have to write maybe a newsletter, you have to design, you have to work for the literary board. So there are a lot of things to be done, so that is also like a content writing only for this. But if you talk about content writing for a business firm or something like that, so that is a bit different. Of course they keeping their maybe goals in mind and everything in mind. So it has actually evolved. Like earlier, if there was a lack of technology, so they
Yes.
just used to write in that way. But technology has given it strengthened, I think, the industry. So technology and creative writing and other writing fields, I think, are they are connected. So they are actually
True.
evolving, and they will. That's what I
Yes,
believe.
obviously. So being a teacher, do you think the usage of educoms and all those things are a threat or a valuable addition to the courses?
Okay, so I think it's a valuable addition because it is very much read. It's not just read; it's applied. Like if I have one student and I am teaching him or her with that lecture method, I'm just blabbering things like, okay, this is blah blah blah, and I have to rote learn.
True,
So he will definitely not gonna rote learn it. But if I'm
true.
gonna explain him with the technology, I'm gonna show him those things like, okay, go see this
Visuals.
AV. There are AV mediums, and there are videos, there are audio video mediums, other ways of teaching. So if I go
True.
for those techniques, I think that will be for long lasting thing, not just for rote learning, not for marks.
Obviously.
We
Yes,
should,
obviously.
work for the betterment overall development of a child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah, I understand that. Because with visuals we can understand more. So,
Hmm.
one more question in regards to the same thing. Byju's, what they are doing is like वो हर चीज डिजिटल करते जा रहे हैं. They are making everything
Ah,
digital. अब वो कोई भी कोर्स
right.
करना है, कुछ भी करना है, Byju's या An Academy, these type of platforms you choose. So,
Hmm.
what does this mean to the local teachers? There are a lot of people who rely on teaching local to
Hmm.
local students for their living. What does the, like with the more usage of Byju's, I think the local teachers, they are suffering a lot. What do you think about that?
See, I have given an interview. मैं एक experience share करती हूँ. मैंने वेदांतु में I gave an interview उसके लिए, just for the post of this teaching के लिए था, in English language के लिए था.
Okay.
So when I went for the interview, it was a telephonic interview. So they talked about a few things. They gave me guidelines कैसे पढ़ाना है. So when I was given an option कि either I want to continue or not. So I observed what exactly is on-field teaching, like what was the traditional ways of teaching and what was that. So coming back to your question, so I think, I'm really being honest. Like I really think they are making huge money. Okay,
Obviously.
it is
Obviously.
actually just a business. It is just a business because whatever you want to do, you have other technologies also that you can apply. In if a normal teacher get training, if he or she gets trained, he can just do it. And of course, with इतना ज़्यादा नहीं करेगा money, उसमें
Obviously.
किसी parent को भी नहीं करनी पड़ेगी. It is more like a burden. So I don't think they are actually giving education. Okay, even if they are giving, but it is just for that privileged class, because the ones who can afford. So technically, I believe that there should be some of the compensation given by them, maybe. But yeah, they are making money. That's what I can say.
Yeah, they are obviously making money, and yes, it's right. अगर like when we एक दूसरी चीज हो जाती है ना, आप जब locally पढ़ रहे हो तो you are in like touch with the teacher. When you are going
बिल्कुल.
with online classes तो क्या होता है कि किसी ने ऑनलाइन कुछ बोल दिया, मैंने मेल कर दिया उनको अपने डाउट्स एंड उसका रिप्लाई है ना है वो बात की बात. So I personally
True.
don't feel like studying online. I need a physical evidence more. कि मेरा टीचर मेरे सामने खड़ा हो, मेरे को कोई डाउट है तो मुझे सामने से वो बताए. I can't go
You
with
know,
the digital learning.
yeah, I think इसका सबसे biggest example एक transformation of education है. Like, after like this COVID came in, and the everything was like lockdown, everything was online. So we can see how much everyone is aware of this fact that how many students are actually studying online. So this shift has actually shown that this online education is not that successful for now, because हमारे इंडिया का जो
even
ट्रेडिशनल वैल्यू है, I think, I don't
yes,
know, they can match up.
हाँ तो लेकिन
It will,
आप जब तक ऑनलाइन पढ़ रहे हो यू मस्ट हैव नोन बाय नाउ व्हेन यू आर अप्लाइंग फॉर एनी जॉब द ग्रेजुएट्स फ्रॉम 2020 2021 and 2022 कॉमन इफ दीज पीपल आर अप्लाइंग फॉर एनी जॉब दे आर डायरेक्टली रिजेक्टेड अगर आपने बैचलर्स
right,
किया या मास्टर्स किया इन दीज 3 years कंपनीज आर नॉट टेकिंग यू इन अनटिल अनलेस कॉलेज वाले डायरेक्टली आपको रिक्रूट नहीं करते आप अगर वॉक इन इंटरव्यूज पे जाते हो कहीं पर भी जाते हो तो इन 3 years में अगर आपने वर्क किया है तो आपका डिग्री वो मैटर नहीं कर रहा है यू हैव टू कैरी योरसेल्फ विदाउट द डिग्री इटसेल्फ नाउ तो आई थिंक कि डिजिटल लर्निंग जितना भी हो जाए अगर आपके पास फिजिकल लर्निंग नहीं है अगर आप कॉलेज नहीं गए हो आपके पास प्रॉपर फिजिकल एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है तो इवन
right.
बड़ी कंपनीज में भी दे डोंट कंसिडर योर डिजिटल पार्ट कि आपने डिजिटली कितना कुछ सीखा दैट डजंट मैटर दैट्स व्हाट आई थॉट इट्स माय परसेप्शन आई थिंक
No, I think you are right. That's not just your perception. That's actually honest statement. Because अभी हम लोग अगर हम देखें पुराने टाइम में, of course not that पुराना, just few days back when COVID came in, उससे पहले I think people were actually, what were they doing? कुछ education course के like professional courses. They did any professional course, then you have on the job training. When you physically have to go observe the classes, do things, do that, or even practice things. We talk about any other field.
yes right
Online क्या कर लेंगे हम? Online we can't do that. What we can do physically.
online internships online job online everything but you
Just
don't
the
have the
icebreaker week, I think. That's it.
but as long as you don't go for a physical job ना आपको जॉब करने जैसा फील भी नहीं होगा this is what I think
We are getting
आपका
lazy.
मानिए आपको दिल्ली में अगर जॉब मिला है एंड आप किसी गांव में बैठ के जॉब कर रहे हो तो आपको क्या फायदा दिल्ली में जॉब मिलने का this is what I feel
That's
you
actually true. Because
आप
that's how
पर्सनैलिटी डेवलप नहीं कर सकते हो आप एक रूम में बंद हो एंड आप बस कंटिन्यूअसली अपना काम कर रहे हो यू आर नॉट डेवलपिंग योर पर्सनैलिटी यू आर नॉट गेटिंग इनटू एनी काइंड ऑफ रिलेशनशिप्स विद पीपल यू आर नॉट getting better at communications so how is that helping you even
right.
the same question applies to teaching like अगर आप अभी तो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस ही चल रहे हैं if you are teaching a student so how does that help your students
See, online is really hectic. Okay, so when you have to teach students, online is hectic. As in the first the primary thing is your camera turning on and turning off. Like behind the cameras, what's happening? They're just relaxing on the bed. They're having their snacks, watching their favorite cartoon on the phone. You have no idea.
you can't know that
Yeah. So I think we can't even say, because there is a very valid reason they give. Ma'am, network issue. What will you do after
that's
that?
not actually valid reason that's what to say a bluff
Yeah, but you can't
normally
question them on that,
yeah you
right?
can't question them
If
that's the problem
safe answer, network issue, I can't turn on my camera. और मैम bandwidth बढ़ जाएगी, हम कैमरा कैसे ऑन करें? So that's very,
lots of reasons
I really think,
but yeah we can't do anything about that and when we talk about the facts कि अभी जो भी चल रहा है in the society बहुत जरूरी भी था ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन है तो बहुत रिक्वायरमेंट था वरना 2-3 साल पूरी तरह से वेस्ट हो जाते तो देयर आर प्रोज एंड कॉन्स टू एवरीथिंग ऑब्वियसली तो स्मृति इट वाज वेरी नाइस टॉकिंग टू यू आपसे मुझे बस एक चीज जानना है कि लाइक अगर आप अपने फील्ड में किसी को कुछ एडवाइस देना चाहते हो तो व्हाट विल दैट बी
ओके सो अगर मुझे किसी को ये एडवाइस देनी है अपनी फील्ड में तो ये कहूंगी कि जस्ट बी ऑनेस्ट विद योर जॉब जो तुम कर रहे हो, वट एवर यू इन, बिकॉज वी आर डीलिंग विद स्टूडेंट्स, लाइक वी आर डीलिंग विद फ्यूचर यूथ, लाइक वट एवर ही और शी इज गोना बी इन फ्यूचर. सो आई वांट टू जस्ट अपील दिस टू एवरीवन आउट देयर, क्योंकि यहाँ पे टीचर आया नहीं भी है, बिकॉज टीचर इज नॉट जस्ट इन द क्लासरूम, टीचर इज एनीवन कैन बी अ टीचर. सो ही whatever he or she is doing, just be honest with your job and teach the best what you can, and just be true, because they just learn what you do. They will learn from by seeing a teacher in anywhere. So just be honest and do what you're doing.
Thanks a lot, Smriti, for joining us and imparting so much wisdom. And we will be sharing this particular videos. I hope everybody, wherever we share these videos, people should get a new perception about these things, and they would start to do more research about everything. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great talking to you.
Same here.